Hey, what's going on, guys? Hey, this gonna be a longer one. All right, this is gonna be a longer video, so go ahead and grab some popcorn, get a snack, let's tune in. All right, so I wanted to talk about my roommate. Manu. Um, some things I've been thinking about last night. Really, I've just been putting pieces together a little bit more. He called himself the Baphomet. That's what he said he was. He said he was the Baphomet. Right? If you don't know what the Baphomet is, it's a deity. It's demonic. Look into it. I don't want to talk too much about it though. But the Baphomet is the lower half is a goat, and he always called himself a goat, and the upper half is has breast of a woman, right? And towards the end, keep in mind, guys, he told me that, hey, Mike, I might tell you a joke, but I won't tell you a lie. Towards the end, before I left, he said that he was a pedophile, right? He said that he was gay, and I'm not sure the kids I was around. It was like young teenagers, almost 20-year-olds. I'm not sure if they was a part of it or they were just in the game of the society that he was building or creating. So I'm not sure about that really. But I've been thinking about why I have been seeing certain energies and entities and people, come my way. Because when they tried to unalive me in 2024 around August, I believe in that time that they it was trying to energy swap too. Not only Destiny swap, like the movie in or not even just Destiny swap too. Destiny swap, body swap. They be saying all this stuff in Hollywood. They be doing it like they say Kevin Hart ain't really Kevin Hart. That's besides the point though. But the movie Get Out explains it though, like where they were trying to body swap, where you see where that man, he was in a sunken place. He was trying to put me in a sunken place. He was trying to use my vessel so we can keep on doing nefarious things, what they doing, so they teachings can keep on living, through me. So that makes sense though why my environment is filled with people that's from Florida, that's where he's from, people that's like, and these are from license plate tags, people that's from Texas, that's where he lived at after he moved out of Florida. He probably been placed, I don't know. The girl who I talked to, I've been seeing tons of Virginia and North Carolina tags, right, near the Washington D.C. area, right? I think they call it the DMV. Her girlfriend Georgia, and I'm gonna bring all this stuff together here soon. Was from Georgia, right? Yeah, I said that right. The girl I was talking to, I believe she had a girlfriend. She was from Georgia, and the people that was in Tennessee, right? Because that's where I was at. I was in Tennessee. Been seeing all these tags pop up here in Auburn, Alabama, and like I said, keep in mind he called himself the Baphomet. That's what he said he was. He took pride in that, right? And I was thinking about why was I seeing so many people from the LGBTQ community, because they have control over my I wouldn't say just social media, but not only it's a spiritual war, but they're attacking my phone and like through the IP all day. I'm not sure how it works out, but I know they do it. I met a lot of people when I was in Nashville. That's probably a part of it uh, when I was Ubering or lifting folks around. But this is stuff I know. Like I can't really explain it, but just my intuition was telling me, right? But it explains why I was getting a lot of people from the LGBTQ community coming towards me either on social media. Mainly it's only on social media, trying to get in my energy field, right? Because now this is gonna be an unpopular opinion, right? I ain't got nothing wrong with the LGBT community, right? My brother's gay, my brothers are transgender, right? But it's not what I agree with, right? When I went to California to see my brother, because he had a this is where he had bottom surgery, right? He was born a woman, and identifies as a man, right? And he had bottom surgery in September, the 1st September last year, I could have stayed with him, but I didn't want to because he stays in Palm Springs, California, and that's just not my community. I ain't got nothing wrong with the community, but it's just not my community, right? But when he did that energy swap with me, I believe I took his energy, and because I'm attracting the people that he was around, because me and him are polar opposites, right? I am. I get a lot of people that think when I was younger, or just growing up, they thought I was gay just based off of how cause I never really like was around too many like men that was, cause like a lot of men they would look at women as meat. You know what I'm saying? I never really looked at women as meat. I just looked at them as people, right? I never really went out to just go and try to do these things with you know what I'm saying. So I always attracted women as friends because I looked at them as friends. I wasn't trying to do nothing. There wasn't no side quest to be your friend to do this. No, it was none of that. It was just genuine. You know what I'm saying? And they love my energy, right? But I believe I've been attracting his crowd too because of the imbalance that they have within themselves. Now, like I say, this is I'm gonna ruffle some feathers with this because I don't believe in homosexuality, right? I love the people that's a part of that community that's in the LGBTQ community, right? But it's not it's not natural. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I believe this um, is because I believe, first of all, it's two things. That that society that group was created. It was created, right? Strategically, and within that creation, people become like that because there's an imbalance of energies within them. There's an imbalance of masculine and feminine energy within them, right? So that's why I believe people become that, right? It's not a choice, and because of their environments, there's an imbalance of masculine and feminine energy within their environments, right? Because if you think about it, our society is mirroring nature. Because when you go out in nature, what do you see? You see a masculine energy and a feminine energy come together to create an offspring, right? Because if you have everyone that is a part of the LGBT community, they can't have an offspring unless they have to manipulate something to make it happen, right? And like I say, I have nothing wrong with them. I love them. I love my brother. I just don't agree with the things he does. Doesn't mean I don't not like him or something like that. Like he lives his own life. He can do what he want to do, and so everybody else can too. They do what they want to do. I ain't got nothing wrong with that. It's just not my community, right? And when I want to touch on, me and him are polar opposites because people thought that about me. They thought I was a part of that. I would have people come up to me, hey man, no, I'm not gay. Like I don't feel like I need to instill fear in people, show aggression. I'm very in tune with my emotions. I'm very and I'm expressive. I express my emotions. And he was the opposite of that. He instilled fear. He would be very controlling, manipulative, and I'm not gay, but he is, right? I like women. I ain't afraid to say that. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't even know that about him until he told me that. He's like, yeah, my mom know everything. And then like he was sitting around with these guys, these young guys that was part of his association, telling him about that, telling me about that when he was around. Yeah, yeah. So and I'm running out of time, guys. So I'm gonna make a part two here in a little bit though. So tune in real quick. Tune in.